I get to introduce Congresswoman Marilyn Musgrave, who was and is at the absolute cutting edge of what it means to be a woman involved in the political process at this point in the history of our country. Congresswoman Musgrave was the chairwoman of the Pro-Life Caucus in the House, and I will tell you, after all this time, even though it was difficult, I'm not sorry that she did not go back to the House. Sorry. But I'm so happy that you're with us and grateful for your leadership.
And I'm happy too. Thank you. Thank you, Marjorie. How encouraging to be with all of you tonight and all of these members of Congress that are just such an asset to the movement. We are proud of every one of you, and we appreciate your effort to be here with us tonight. I tell you, it always does my heart good to be in the room with pro-life people because they know what life really means. I love it. I am Marilyn Musgrave, and I'm the Vice President of Government Affairs for Susan B. Anthony List, and it is my honor tonight to introduce to you this year's winner of the Distinguished Leader Award, Ann Marie Buerkle. Now, she's done a lot of very special things. She was working in the pro-life movement all along as a local volunteer and an advocate, and she stepped up to the challenge to go against pro-abortion incumbent, and you know, I never know if I should say his name wrong or right, Maffei, and she beat him in 2010, and we were so proud of that. Now, she made history. She was the first woman elected to Congress from New York's 25th Congressional District, and you know, since she's been elected, she has not slowed down one bit in her pro-life activity. Every key piece of legislation that's been on the floor, she's been working in, and she's co-sponsored the Protect Life Act, the Abortion Non-Discrimination Act, the Respect for Rights of Conscience Act, and the Child Interstate Abortion Notification Act. And you know, this is something that I want you to listen to very carefully. After she spoke out on the House floor about defunding Planned Parenthood, the DCCC had comments about her, and listen to this. She was the poster child of the radical right-wing anti-choice movement, and that's why we love you. So congratulations.
Thank you all very much. It's such an honor to be here. My comments will be brief so you can have your dinner and enjoy your time together. I just want to start out by saying thank you to the Susan B. Anthony Foundation. Susan B. Anthony, if any of you know my race, the New York Times gave me a 5% chance of winning. And early on in the race, Susan B. Anthony came along and they said, we will support you. And it was that support that began to turn the tide for us and change the direction of our campaign, because we finally had someone in Washington who understood that we could win this race, and indeed we did. I got involved in the Right to Life movement in 1970. I was a second-year nursing student at St. Joseph's in Syracuse. Syracuse has the dubious distinction of having one of the first freestanding abortion clinics, and as you know, New York State legalized abortion before Roe versus Wade. And as a young nursing student, I remember thinking how hypocritical and what this issue was. We learned in OBGYN that there were 2 patients. As soon as the woman came in and announced she was pregnant, we were now taking care of 2 patients. We learned about informed consent. We learned about parental consent. And when it came to the abortion issue, all bets were off. None of these standard rules in healthcare applied. But really the biggest lie when it comes to the abortion issue is that it's a woman's rights issue. I had now picketing my office. Now, I am a mother of 6. I'm a grandmother of 12. I am the first woman to ever hold this seat in Congress from my district, and now is picketing my office. So that tells you exactly what their agenda is. It is all about abortion. But I want to just take a moment tonight to talk to you about the challenge that faces all of us. Our challenge is not that we will waver from our core beliefs, because we all here in this room understand and believe that we are endowed by our Creator with certain unalienable rights, among them life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Our greater challenge is for us to continue to reach out, to change the minds and hearts of the American people. And we collectively have to do that. We have to, one by one, our sisters, our mothers, our neighbors, our friends, we have to educate and teach. And we must educate with love, with determination, and with endurance. I want to just say to all of you, I share this award with you, because you here in this room are the heroes in the pro-life movement. You support candidates like myself. You support women in a crisis pregnancy and the crisis pregnancy centers. You help them and you help support their unborn children. And once the babies are born, you are the heroes. Ronald Reagan once said about courage, for people who say that we live in a time where we can't find any heroes, they're just not looking in the right place. I look out tonight, and I'm looking at a room full of heroes, and I want to thank all of you. May God bless Susan B. Anthony for their leadership, their courage. May God bless all of you, and may God bless the most wonderful nation in the history of mankind, the United States of America. Thank you.